Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the first episode of Taylor's Cold Takes this season. And this season's different. We got more swagger to it. We got a little angst to it. And for the first time in Taylor's Cold Takes history, I have a co-host.
Call me Sleepy E, my PJs.
Joining me now as my co-host for this Taylor's Cold Takes and NFL season, no other than Sleepy E, Emery Robbins, in his PJs. Emery, introduce yourself to the crowd. Do you have anything you want to say to the people?
Excited to be here. Really excited to be here. Excited to talk some sports.
We've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah.
It's long overdue.
We're big rivals here, so this should be
big rivals that also happen to be best friends. And now we're gonna shit talk about sports together. And for the rest of the season. Is there anything you want to get off? Tell the fans what you're about. What's your life like? Who is Emery Robbins?
Well, if you need to know anything about me before we start this, I'm a big fan of white underrated quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins, Brock Purdy, Case Keenum.
Yep.
You name them.
Yep. Nick Foles.
I love him. Nick Foles. Oh gosh, when he won the Super Bowl, I was on cloud 9.
Not Eli Manning though.
No, he wasn't underrated. People loved him.
Yeah, because he just fucking beat Tom Brady.
Giants fan worship him a little bit. That's a little scary.
Well, when you beat Tom Brady in 2 Super Bowls, I don't know what you want me to do, man.
I'll give it to you.
But yeah, man, we're gonna hop right into this thing.
Let's get it, bro.
And we're gonna start like we normally start off the Taylor's Cold Take season. And we're gonna give our preseason predictions for the awards for the next upcoming season. So comeback player of the year, the rookie awards, offensive and defensive player of the year, and MVP. Comeback player of the year, Emery, I'm going to let you have the first prediction.
Comeback player of the year, give me Calvin Ridley from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, I didn't see you going that.
Stud at Alabama, came in for the Falcons, was a stud for the Falcons.
Absolutely correct.
He got that crappy suspension from, was he gambling for his own team or something? I don't even know. It was dumb. But took him off a whole season. Some dudes beat their wives and they only get one game. It's crazy, isn't it? But here, listen. I mean, this dude hasn't lost it. He's been working out. Looks great. T-Law's going to throw some dots. And yeah, Jacksonville's going to have a good season. So is Calvin Ridley.
Let me tell you, I didn't see that pick coming, and I love it so much because of it.
It was good.
That was a great pick.
I caught you off guard.
You caught me completely off guard.
You need your focus.
My pick. It's hard to come after that. I mean, that's such a great fucking pick. Damn. Our comeback player of the year for me is going to be Derek Carr. I'm a big Derek Carr fan. I think he was just so loyal to that Raiders franchise, and I hated the way they handled his situation last year. And now he's on the Saints, and I love this Saints team this year. I think their offense is going to explode. I think their defense is great, and I think Derek Carr is going to have a fantastic year, and hopefully he wins comeback player of the year if Calvin Ridley doesn't do it. Moving on, offensive rookie of the year last year, it was Garrett Wilson. Who's it going to be this year, Emery?
Sneaky pick coming in. Give me Dalton Kincaid from the Buffalo Bills. Call me psychotic all you want.
Yep.
I've seen this kid at college. He was at Utah. It was Utah. Dude,
I think so.
At Utah. I think he was at Utah. He killed it at Utah. Like, literally drove stats off the chart, was a beast. Almost beat the Gators, but didn't.
Yeah, they did not.
I mean, he was crazy last year. I think he's going to have a real good stint in Buffalo. He's learning from Knox. Knox has been very useful, but now I think there's a big, Travis Kelce type tight end that we got here.
No, it's not a bad pick at all. Some people go Bijan Robinson, maybe a wide receiver, but Emery Robbins goes tight end, ladies and gentlemen. That's the kind of person we have on the show now. It's a different perspective, we'll say. My pick, I wasn't going to be lame. I wasn't going to pick Bijan Robinson. I'm picking Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers was my crush of the draft. I loved him to death. I wish the Giants drafted him, but he got picked just right before. I'm not going to complain about it because I love who we got anyway. But Zay Flowers looks explosive. There's been murmurs all season long or all off-season long about how this Baltimore offense is going to go back to straight passing. No more of the option. Of course, Lamar Jackson's still going to run the ball, but they really want to use Lamar's arm talent out there and really show what he has out there. And I think Zay Flowers is going to be the central point of that offense. Odell's great. I love Bateman. Bateman has been Oh, I picked Bateman in fantasy football the past 2 years because I thought he was going to be the best player ever, but it just hasn't worked out yet. But I think Zay Flowers is going to thrive in this young Ravens offense, and he's my offensive player of the year pick for the rookies. Coming off offensive rookie of the year pick, defensive rookie of the year, Emery. Who is your defensive rookie of the year pick? Sauce Gardner won it last year, a rare cornerback to win it. Who is your pick?
I mean, the Texans traded up early to draft him.
Yeah, that was my pick. Yep.
In Alabama. I mean, I got to go with Anderson. Dude is huge, and I feel like he's going to be a really good edge rusher for the years to come.
I think Will Anderson was NFL ready 3 years ago, coming out of high school. So he just played around in Alabama for a couple years, won some SEC championships, and Will Anderson is going to dominate for the Texans for the next 10 years, and it's gonna be fun to watch. He's my both of our defensive rookie of the year picks. Now to a more fun pick because there's just so many players you can pick from here. Offensive player of the year. I'll let you go first. Who do you got?
Who won this last year? Who is it?
Offensive player of the year last year was Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
I mean, I love what he's doing in Minnesota. I think he could two-peat.
He absolutely could. He absolutely could.
Two-peat. I really think
he absolutely could.
He's fast. He's strong. Kirk Cousins is accurate. Like I said,
big Kirk Cousins guy.
Big Kirk Cousins guy. And I just think now Adam Thielen getting traded away, or did he? No, he
got cut.
He got cut. But he's taking less snaps, so that's even more targets for Jefferson, kind of.
Yeah.
And they're not going to have Cook in the backfield anymore, so I feel like he's going to be used even more than he was last year, and he's going to be a total weapon.
Yeah, you go Justin Jefferson there. I'm going to pick his college teammate, Jamar Chase. I think it's just going to be a kind of repeating thing. We see Justin Jefferson win Rookie of the Year. Jamar Chase wins Rookie of the Year. Justin Jefferson wins Offensive Player of the Year. Jamar Chase is going to win Offensive Player of the Year.
Kind of like a Manning Brady MVP thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, these guys are going to be going back and forth for the next
just
probably.
Receivers.
Yeah, they're going to be probably 1 and 2 at the receiver tier list for the next 10 years, probably. These guys are best friends. Just the thing is that Jamar Chase has the better quarterback, and this quarterback just also might win the MVP this year. Possible hint for my pick, but my offensive player of the year pick is Jamar Chase. I think he's going to absolutely tear it up this year. I think we got to think about last year. He played incredible and he missed, I believe, 4 games, and I think I just can't wait to see what he does this year. I think Cincinnati's going to have a really special year. Jamar Chase, my offensive player of the year pick. Moving on, MVP. Oh, no, we're not MVP yet. Defensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year is a tough one because over the past couple of years, it switched up. We saw a cornerback with Stephon Gilmore. Aaron Donald won it a couple times. TJ Watt's up there. Myles Garrett is up there. Nick Bosa won it last year. Who is your defensive player of the year pick?
Man, I like the Cleveland Browns this year. I really like the Cleveland Browns. I like what they're doing coaching-wise. I like what they're doing bringing Deshaun Watson, and I think he's going to be great this year. And I believe Myles Garrett is going to be just as good on the other side of the field. I have seen Myles Garrett in his prime, and I'm proud to say that I've lived to see Myles Garrett in his prime because the dude is crazy. And I feel like he's going to have a big push. He's going to be a big leader on that defense, and he's going to pummel some quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's massive, to put it softly. He is huge. His muscles are bigger than my entire body. And I love that pick. I went with a sneakier pick. Give me Brian Burns from the Carolina Panthers. Brian Burns on any other team.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Brian Burns is? Whoa.
I don't think I'm getting invited back to this podcast.
No. You'll get invited back. You know what? That proves my point exactly. If Brian Burns was on any other team than the Carolina Panthers, he would be a household name. But people like him, or I guess you could say casual fans, but this guy knows a lot. I've been playing fantasy football with this guy for the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that means I know a ton.
Dude, you know football. But the fact that
I do. I know football.
Brian Burns
I don't
just flies under the radar, and he's so good. If the Carolina Panthers were just a little bit decent, everyone would know who this guy is. I'm picking him for my defensive player of the year pick. I think he's going to kill it this year. And, I don't like to pick the big names. I was going to pick Joey Bosa, go Bosa brothers back-to-back years, but I was like, that's not fun.
Joey Bosa's washed.
Whoa. Okay, we don't got to get into that yet. We don't got to get into that yet. Okay. Let's move to MVP pick. I want to hear who Emery Robbins, Sleepy E, is picking for his MVP.
Oh, this is a hard one, because you could obviously go the quarterback route, play it safe. They win it every year. You got your Patrick Mahomes. He's going to throw for 5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns. You got your Lamar Jackson, who's a tad overrated, who gets hurt a lot, runs the ball a lot, doesn't really use his hands as much as I'd like him to, even though I'm sure he's great with his hands.
Continue.
But for offensive player,
MVP.
We're doing MVP.
MVP. Yep, we're on MVP.
For MVP, I'm doing.
Don't do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm going quarterback, and I'm going to pick Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, that's a fine pick. It's coming in Josh's way. If he did, I might have picked him if he wasn't the cover of Madden. I believe the Madden curse is live and well. The Madden curse is live and well. Wow. Have you seen Antonio Brown recently?
Yeah, because he's a psychopath.
Listen. No, that's not why Josh Allen's my MVP. My MVP is Joe Burrow. For the exact reasons that I stated with Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. This season is going to be so incredible. T. Higgins is on the last year of his contract for the Bengals. He needs to finish with a ring. You don't have a receiving core like this, and you don't finish with a ring. Joe Mixon taking pay cuts to stay with this team. You have Orlando Brown now. This team is built for a Super Bowl. And Joe Burrow is going to win the MVP, and Jamar Chase is going to win Offensive Player of the Year. Swinging into our Super Bowl picks, I'm picking the Bengals to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Who are you picking to go to the Super Bowl out of the AFC?
AFC, you've got your Chiefs. They're a powerhouse. I love them.
Always.
At the same time, I feel like they're missing a piece. I really do. I feel like they can't.
Travis Kelce injury.
I know.
Travis Kelce injury.
Dude,
it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
He's good, but at the same time, he's getting real old, too.
Yeah.
And I love the Bengals. I love what they're doing. I think they'll be in the championship. But I'm not going to lie. I think Diggs and Allen figure it out, and I think the Buffalo Bills will go to the Super Bowl. But I do not think they will win.
Oh, so please tell me, who's going to win the Super Bowl, Emery?
I hate to say it.
Oh, no.
But the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl this year. These boys have a chip on their shoulder. If they're not the same team, they're just as good or better than last year, in my opinion. And I feel like their rookies got a little better this year. Their drafting was excellent again this year, taking those Georgia boys. I hate Georgia as well. But, those kids are freaking huge. Come out of Georgia.
They're huge. They're freaks.
They're literally giants.
They're freaks.
Ththey're crazy, and they get them every year. They get them real.
They're made in a lab.
They've got all those Carson Wentz picks, which is probably the greatest thing that franchise has ever done.
Yeah, we don't even got to talk about that.
Selling
That's
away
stupid.
him.
That was stupid.
They make the Super Bowl, and then they have the 9th, 6th overall pick or something like that. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous.
And then Jalen Hurts, I feel like he's going to put up an MVP type season as well. I don't think he'll beat Josh Allen out for it, but I feel like he's going to do great, and he's going to come back, and he's going to win it.
Yeah, I hate to agree with you, but the Eagles were also my pick to represent the NFC. Only difference is I have the Bengals winning the Super Bowl. I believe this Eagles team is going to get there again. I think they're going to fly through the regular season. I think they have the best record in the NFC. They're going to make it to the Super Bowl. But I think they come up short just a little bit more. And I know it's hard to say that, with especially a guy like Jalen Hurts, who I truly love. I love his mentality. I love the way he holds himself. But everyone thought the Eagles were going to win that Super Bowl until that James Bradbury flag gets thrown. So, anything can happen. And it's really all about you pick. So I picked Bengals to win the Super Bowl. Let's get a handshake there. Both,
Hey,
yeah, good
all I'm gonna
picks.
say,
Good picks.
neither are bad picks. They could go either
Good
way.
picks.
I'll be honest with you. They really could.
Good picks. You can't disagree with those picks. Finishing off with our picks, we move on to the week 1 matchups. And I'm so excited. Emery, there's only 2 days till we get to watch NFL on our TVs again.
I'm so
Thursday
excited.
night.
Thursday night.
Lions versus the Chiefs. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Thursday night. Who do you think's winning, Emery? Who do you think's winning? Who's winning that matchup? Lions versus Chiefs. Give it to me. I want your pick.
I'm gonna shock the world here.
No, you're
I'm just kidding. I got the Chiefs.
yeah, me
Sadly.
too. Yeah.
I really like the
me
Lions.
too.
I
love the
doing.
Lions, but it's not gonna happen.
I think the Lions are gonna have a winning record this year. I really do.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like they can pull it off prime time. I love Jared Goff. I love the resurgence from LA. I feel like it was great that he got out of there. I love Gibbs, the new running back. I think he's gonna be a beast. I love St. Brown.
Yeah,
he's
it's
gonna
my
be
boy.
a top 5 receiver by the end of the season.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is on every single one of my fantasy football teams.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude.
I love that guy.
He's good.
I love that guy.
Good. I think, and I like what Hutchinson's doing. I think he could be a sneaky defensive player of the year candidate. Possibly.
Oh, absolutely.
And I love that other. What's that corner they got? What is it? What's his name? It's like Okudawa or something.
Oh, Okuda.
Okuda
got traded.
Oh.
But they do have some other corners they drafted in last year's draft. They're not bad. They got a great safety in Joseph. I love the Lions, maybe more than anybody, but every year.
I like Campbell too, the coach.
Oh yeah, Campbell. Yeah. Dan Campbell is one of my favorite coaches in this league.
Outstanding.
But the league always gives us these week 1 matchups where it's like the underdog against the Super Bowl winner, and we want to go with the underdog, and it never goes our way. And we got to learn from it, and we got to go Chiefs here. I don't care that Kelsey's not going to play. It's Patrick Mahomes. They're at Chiefs Stadium. They're in Arrowhead. This is an easy Chiefs win. This is an easy Chiefs win. As much as it sucks, as much as I want the Lions to go there and beat the hell out of them, it's the Chiefs. Moving on from that, Sunday, first game Sunday. This game's going to be fun. Browns versus the Bengals. It's a battle of 2 star quarterbacks. One of them had he was suspended all of last year, so I guess you could call that an off year. And the other one had a great year in Joe Burrow. And both these teams have so much to look forward to. We have Amari Cooper, Jamar Chase, Denzel Ward. I'm excited for it. But you know what my pick's going to be. It's going to be a Bengals win.
I know, and I'm sorry because I feel like there's going to be a bit of an upset. I really do.
No.
Because guess what? I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns in this game.
He's already doing it. He's already fading me.
You got to trust me. Bengals are
fading me, Emery.
They're going to be hot. Joe Burrow, I don't believe he's completely 100% yet. And I say that, and they're going to use Mixon a lot. And I think Mixon's going to do real well. But they need Joe Burrow 100% to win this game. With that defense that Cleveland has, I really like that defense. I think it's the top 10 defense in the NFL right now, I'll be honest with you. And I think they're going to come out, and I think they're going to shock Cincy. Are they playing in Cincy or are they playing in Cleveland?
They are playing in Cincinnati, I believe. So there's going to be a good amount of both fans there. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I don't hate that pick.
No, I don't hate Bengals either. I really feel like it could go either way.
No, I don't hate that pick. Last year, Bengals versus Steelers, another divisional matchup. I picked Bengals to win. I don't remember. I think did they tie that game or they lost that game? I don't remember. I think they tied, but it was one of those things where the Steelers weren't supposed to be good at all last year, and they stayed in that game. And Bengals had to come from behind in that game to make it a game. And I maybe just a week 1 Bengals thing. Maybe it's an early season Bengals thing, but maybe. I'll accept that pick. Next game, we're looking at our first potential blowout here. Texans versus Ravens. Are you going to shock the world and pick the Texans here, or are we both on Baltimore here?
I think we're both on Baltimore.
Okay,
but I don't think it's a blowout.
You don't think it's a blowout?
I don't think it's a blowout. I think C.J. Stroud comes out and he doesn't have a lot of weapons, but I think he does pretty decent in his first game, and I think Will Anderson really takes hold of the defense. I feel like their defense is going to be way better than it was last year, and I've got Ravens 30 to Texans 20. So
giving me score predictions. Look at this guy. This guy's a pro.
Not a complete blowout, but I feel like there will be at least a 10-point difference.
10 points. 10 points isn't bad. I'll sit here. Maybe maybe another touchdown. I think the Ravens win by. I think that just looking back on the way the rookie quarterbacks play the first couple of games, you don't really have one that. I mean, I think the only rookie quarterback to win in his debut, but it might be Daniel Jones. In recent memory,
and it was a fluke.
It was not a fluke. That game was incredible. Don't even. But you go CJ Stroud. He did not look great in the preseason. Again, it's a rookie quarterback learning the offense. It's just not. The cards are stacked against the Texans, and I'm with the house. We're going Ravens here. I talked about how excited I am for this Ravens team this season. I've talked about it on my TikTok numerous of times. I love this defense. I love the way this offense has been built, and if the Bengals did not exist, the Ravens would be my Super Bowl pick for the AFC. I love this Ravens team. So I think this is an easy Ravens W. I would like them to kind of stomp on the Texans a bit, set the tone for the season, but we'll see what happens. You're high on the Texans for some reason because you're you.
I'm not super high on the Texans. I don't have them winning more than 5 games this season. I just don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Okay, fair enough. Bucks versus the Vikings. How are we feeling about this?
Well, see,
I love me some Baker Mayfield. I'll say that.
I'm Baker Mayfield.
I love me some Baker Mayfield.
He's going Cleveland. I like the Cleveland turnaround that he had, and I do like the Bucks. You know, they're coming off a Super Bowl less than 2 years ago, but the Bucks are missing something.
Yeah, obviously
they're missing something. You know?
Obviously,
and it just so happens they're missing something that the Vikings have, and that is a quarterback named Kirk Cousins. See the face, remember the name, see the video of him on the plane. He will destroy your team.
Okay, so if you're going Vikings here, I'm also going Vikings. Let's get we don't have to go in depth on this game. I want to hear how many touchdowns has Kirk Cousins thrown in this game.
Kirk Cousins. Is this a primetime game?
No, it's Sunday at 1. It's Sunday at 1 p.m. It's Sunday at 1 p.m. This is prime
Kirk Cousins is throwing 5 touchdowns for 500 yards. And a 70% completion percentage. And he's going to throw an interception. He will throw an interception.
Yeah,
he's going to throw 5 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy amount of yards.
I love that pick. I mean, you really got to think about this. Who's going to guard Justin Jefferson on that Bucs defense?
Nobody.
You could double team this man. I think he's still winning the matchups. This game might get ugly. It might get ugly real fast, ladies and gentlemen. But I do love me some Baker Mayfield. And I'm actually kind of high on Baker Mayfield this season. I think he played great in the preseason. He played
Kyle Trask play.
No, shut
Give the
up.
ball to Kyle Trask.
Common Florida fan right here. You got a guy that's won NFL games, and you want to start Kyle Trask.
He's that white underrated quarterback that you just love.
They're both white.
But it's not about race here, Taylor.
You're the one that said it.
I love all races. I don't know. And it's not even a Florida thing because I'm not high on Anthony Richardson.
Neither of us are. Neither of us are high on him. But it doesn't have to do with race. It doesn't have to do with race. It has nothing to do with race. But yeah, Vikings win against the Bucs. Baker Mayfield, I hope you play a little bit okay. I hope you don't throw 3 interceptions. Okay, man? I love you, man.
You will throw 3 interceptions.
No, listen, man. You're always so mean to Baker Mayfield, man. I don't like it.
Because who names their kid Baker?
I don't know.
I mean,
actually, yeah. Who names their kid Baker?
His brother's probably the candlestick maker.
That's a last name.
You know what I mean?
DeAndre Baker, Jordan Baker, Booter. Yeah, dude, Booter Baker. Yeah, that is a weird name. Why is that just now hitting me?
I don't know. Because we know kids named Baker.
I guess so. You think Baker Mayfield will ever get a Super Bowl, even as a backup? I hope he does.
Maybe he's the 3rd string. Once upon a time.
Maybe as a coach. I could totally see him being a coach.
Maybe like a preseason.
I could totally see him being a coach.
Yeah, maybe like a quarterback coach or something.
Yeah.
Like a college team.
Well, he's going to need to go back to work because you hear his family stole like $7 million from him?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. His dad stole $7 million from him because he gave him his bank information. Kind of a cool story. Not really, though. Baker Mayfield, on your side. Sue your family, man. Sue your family. Sue your father.
Or just make more money.
Next matchup we got Panthers versus the Falcons. Bryce Young's first game as the Panthers quarterback. How do we think this is going to go for him?
Is this game in Atlanta or is it in Carolina?
It's in Atlanta, I believe.
I like Bryce Young. I feel like he's going to have more touchdowns than he does interceptions, and I feel like he's going to have at least. I feel like he's going to have 3,000 yards passing, no more than 3,500, but at least 30,000. And but I don't think he wins this first game on the road. I think he plays a good game, or I think he plays a decent to good game. But I really like Atlanta fans. I like what they're doing in Atlanta. Arthur Smith, he's super defensive oriented, and I feel like he's going to lock up on old Bryce, and I feel like he'll have a decent game, but I feel like the Falcons are going to win. I really like Drake London that they got there. I feel like Desmond Ritter and Bijan Robinson are going to keep it interesting on the ground.
Yeah, you put that real nicely. I'm going to spice it up a bit. The Falcons are going to fucking destroy the Panthers week 1. They are not going to stand a fucking chance. Let me tell you something. I play against the Falcons team on Madden maybe 3 times a week against my good friend Jacob. Jacob, shout out you. This Falcons team, you can say it's only Madden. It's only Madden. This team is nuts, man. If Desmond Ritter just only sucks like that much, this Falcons team could win the division.
Whoa.
The defense is healthy, strong. You know what word I like to use? Violent. This defense is violent. And you know what? They got leaders over there. You know they got Calais Campbell on the Falcons now? I love that. I love me some Calais Campbell. And these offensive weapons, you got Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Bijan Robinson. It's hard not to mess that up. Ritter, just don't turn the ball over, and you win this game by a long shot. Falcons win. As long as Desmond Ritter doesn't suck.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. If you mess that up, Desmond Ritter, I will never say anything good about you again. But if you win, you're on my good side. Then we can start, growing our relationship. But until then, Cardinals versus the Commanders, shit game of the week. 49ers versus the Steelers. I think this is an easy 49ers win. Steeler fans are high on themselves this season like they always are, but you don't beat this 49ers team. You just don't. This is a team led by Brock Purdy, who went to the NFC Championship last year. This is a team with Nick Bosa, who won the Defensive Player of the Year. Even if this team doesn't have Nick Bosa, because I believe there are still ongoing contract negotiations, you got other people on that line that are going to wreck the Steelers line. You got safeties, cornerbacks that don't compare to what the Steelers got. Patrick Peterson you're throwing out there was getting burnt by Isaiah Hodgins in the playoffs last year. Kenny Pickett is okay at best. And you ever see that Steelers fan on TikTok that like picks Kenny Pickett over like Tom Brady?
No, but I have seen Andrew Stevens do the Shout out to my boy Andrew.
What's your pick this game, man?
I agree with you. I feel like Steelers are. I feel like they're gonna be a good team, but they're in the best division in the AFC right now. I feel like where all 4 teams are possible playoff candidates, and it's hard. I feel like the 49ers are so confident in their decision with Brock Purdy that they literally sold away their backup Trey Lance for a 4th-round pick to keep like Sam Darnold as their backup.
Yeah,
I feel like that's ridiculous, dude. They're obviously confident in Purdy. That defense, even without Bosa, like you said, they've got Warner. They've got so many options. And it's just
Twangale. I don't even know how to say his last name. Twangale, Tuolangle, whatever. I love that guy.
I feel like last year, I feel like they might have won the Super Bowl if Brock Purdy didn't hurt him that.
Absolutely. Easy 49ers win. If the Steelers give them a run for their money, I'm going to be kind of upset at Shanahan. But moving on to the next game. This game's kind of interesting. I spent a while looking at this game. Titans versus the New Orleans Saints. We got one team that I think improved heavily, and another team that I really don't know what the fuck they did this offseason. Titans, you got DeAndre Hopkins. Great. You have Ryan Tannehill as your quarterback, though. Starting. And I'm just going to throw this in there. I love Will Levis. I love Will Levis. I think he should be starting for this Titans team. If Will Levis was starting for this Titans team in week 1, I would pick them to win this game. That's how much I love Will Levis.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Dude.
Like he needs to wait a minute behind Tannehill. Even though I know Tannehill is one of those quarterbacks who's like, it's not my job to make sure he does well. Watch Tannehill. Watch his mistakes. Throw it to D-Hop. Throw it to Burks. I also like him.
Treylon Burks.
I like him a lot.
Came out of Arkansas. Looks very strong wide receiver.
I feel like he could be a lot better with just a better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
And then they have Derrick Henry, who's outstanding. So I feel like this team isn't completely out of it. I feel like the only team in that division that's really giving you a run for your money would be, obviously the Jaguars, but possible a Hellcat team.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy Saints win. I talked about already how high I am on this Saints team. Derek Carr, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas is healthy, ladies and gentlemen. When was the last time Michael Thomas is healthy? It's gonna be fun to see that. Do I think he's gonna be the same Michael Thomas that he was a couple of years ago? No, of course not. But he's healthy. I want to see him play. He has Chris Olave now. Raheed Shaheed, dog. Alvin Kamara, dog. Once he gets back from his suspension.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
But
they have Williams from the Lions.
We love Jamal Williams. We love Jamal Williams. He's gonna do a great job there. I love the Saints here. Saints are my pick.
I feel like it'll be the Saints. We'll talk about that later. But I feel like it'll be the Saints.
Yeah, good pick, man. Next game we got Raiders Broncos. Now, I don't know if you were paying attention this morning about the Chandler Jones situation. Did you see anything about that?
I did. Made an Instagram post.
Yeah.
I don't play for this.
Yeah.
Word I'm not allowed to say team.
Yeah.
It's
not a good look.
The Raiders are probably the worst organization in football, and they have been. They had the 12-4 season, in 2017.
Yeah.
Slimmer of hope. But I am a firm believer in Russell Wilson. I feel like he's going to get it figured out this year. I feel like Sean Payton is what they needed, and I like the Broncos a lot more than I did last year. Not saying they're going to be Super Bowl contenders or anything, but I like them better than last year, and I feel like they're going to beat the snot out of the Raiders.
Yeah. I'm not high on the Broncos this year. I still think Russell Wilson is a fraud. To be.
You think he's a fraud?
I think he's a fraud. I think he tries way too hard to entertain people and work on his social persona and the way he looks out. His wife, and he's beefing with Future. He's like, why are you beefing with Future right now? You got a season. Your team sucked last year, and you're worrying about the guy that your wife used to date. Dude, lock in, Russell Wilson. But I am having the Broncos win this game by a long shot because, again, this Raiders organization looks to be in shambles right now. Chandler Jones is NFL royalty, and you can't let him into the goddamn fucking gym? What is that?
The only two things that this team has for him is Davante Adams, obviously.
Davante Adams will be traded. And
Max Crosby, who I feel like stays, but does not last long.
Yeah. There's good players on this team, but it's not looking too hot for the Raiders right now. Broncos win. Eagles versus the Patriots. Patriots don't look good right now. They really don't. And Mac Jones is still their quarterback. And there's not a lot of exciting things. Did you see the report today that people believe that Juju Smith-Schuster's knee could bust at any moment?
No, I saw a report actually that he's back and better than ever.
That's what he said. But doctors say that this knee is a ticking time bomb.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And
dude was washed after his last year, ever since he did the little TikTok dance.
Yeah, those TikTok dances are. I mean, he did win a Super Bowl last year, but.
Yeah, but how much did he actually contribute?
Yeah, how much of that is Patrick Mahomes and how much of that is Juju Smith? Come on. We all see through it. We all see through it. This Patriots team is not good. The Eagles again are probably the best team in football, so this is an easy Philadelphia Eagles win.
I don't think it's close, but I don't think they blow them out.
I think they win by 21 points. That's what I'll tell you. Eagles by 21. They might not score a point. They're going to put the second team. You know how just stupid it is that the Eagles' second team defensive line has Jalen Carter on it.
Yeah, I think
What?
the team that led the NFL in sacks last year.
Gets Jalen Carter. It's so ridiculous.
Georgia boy.
They love them Georgia boys. Rams versus the Seahawks. Um, yeah, Rams. Another one of these teams. They're not organizationally bad. They got Sean McVay. I believe they have a great GM. Won them a Super Bowl. But these next probably 2 years are gonna be rough for the Rams. These are rebuilding years. They need to get some more pieces. They traded away so many draft picks for that Super Bowl run. They knew what they were doing when they did that. And you got an old Matthew Stafford, and Cooper Kupp is hurt right now. His hamstring is still messing with him. So we don't know when he's going to be back. And Seattle has really built a really, really good team. And the receiving core is tops of the league. This defense, tops of the league. Quarterback play is the only question for me. I know that's like, how can you question Geno Smith after the year he had? It's his only good year in the NFL so far. I'm allowed to question that. And I don't think he's going to be nearly as good as he was last year. But it's Seahawks all the way this game.
I agree. Pete Carroll is my favorite coach in the NFL. I stand by that. He's done an absolutely amazing job with his team. They lose Russell Wilson. They lose all these pieces. Wagner, he's done. You're like, this team's not winning more than 4 games.
Yeah.
Come out, make a playoff run. Well, not a playoff run, but make the playoffs. Give 49ers a bit of a run for their money. Not a ton, but they do a great job. Like you said, best receiving core in the league. And I believe in Geno. I feel like he throws for 3,500 yards and throws 30 touchdowns. Interceptions might be a bit of a problem. I feel like he might have double-digit interceptions. But I feel like he throws 30 touchdowns. But I think this team makes the playoffs this year.
Yeah, Seattle's a great team. Should be an easy win for them. Good game. Good game. This is my favorite game of the week. Actually, second favorite. The next game is my favorite. Dolphins versus the Chargers. This game had a lot on it last year because this was when Justin Herbert was being called a internet quarterback. Couldn't win. The Emmanuel Ocho guy was like roasting him, calling him an internet quarterback, and then Justin Herbert popped off in the game and they won. I believe that's also. Did Tua get hurt that game? No, that was Bengals game.
I don't think Tua. Yes, he was in that game.
Yeah, he was in that game. They did. The whole thing was that Ocho was like Tua's better than Herbert, and then Herbert killed them. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a Dolphins win. I think people are really, really low on the Dolphins this year, and it's because they just don't trust that Tua's gonna be healthy. It's week 1. If any game he's gonna be healthy in, it's gonna be this one. And you have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Like, this game is going to be so much fun to watch. I can't wait to see Quentin Johnson catch the ball. I loved him coming out of TCU. I think the Dolphins pull up an upset here. I think a majority of people are on the Chargers, which they honestly should. It's honestly a dumb pick that I'm picking the Dolphins right here, but I'm riding with it. Let's go Fins. What's your pick, Emery?
I like the Dolphins as a team. I love Jalen Waddle. I love Tyreek Hill. That's probably the best receiving core. Not core, but probably the
duo. Best duo in football by far.
In the game as of right now. I like Tua when he's healthy. I feel like he's a great quarterback. He's a weird lefty quarterback that you only get every once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't take him in this game. I feel like the Chargers are going to be really good this year. I feel like they're going to make the playoffs. I feel like Justin Herbert is going to have an MVP-like season. Really great receiving core. Austin Eckler.
Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. Very, very surprising they give us this matchup week 1. This is a great NFL rivalry. Missing Aaron Rodgers for the first time in forever. You got Jordan Love now. Justin Fields is at the helm for the Chicago Bears. And I got the Bears winning this. I'm high on the Bears this year. I'm riding the Bears train. I'm riding the Justin Fields train. I love Justin Fields. I love the DJ Moore. That trade back is one of my favorite trades I've ever seen. You get DJ Moore and all those picks. I love it so much. But DJ Moore, Chase Claypool, Cole Kmet, who is my guy. I love Cole Kmet. Love him. And this Bear defense just needs to just kind of not let Jordan Love do what Aaron Rodgers used to do to them. And I think Jordan Love's going to have a great year this year. But I think it starts a little bit later in the year. Give me the Bears to win this week 1 matchup.
This is actually probably one of my least favorite matchups of the week.
Oh.
I love the rivalry. I just don't have either of these teams winning more than 7 games this year.
Whoa.
I feel like both quarterbacks are unproven. I feel like Justin Fields did a good job running the ball. I don't know if it's because he didn't have a lot of targets. I'm not completely sold on him yet. Jordan Love, I feel like you sat too long. I'm going to be really honest.
Whoa.
I feel like you sat way too long. I feel like the Packers win 5 games this year.
Wow.
I feel like the receivers that he
That's a pick.
Are not good enough. I feel like Watson.
That's a prediction, man.
Was great last year with Rodgers. I feel like he can still have a good productivity, but I feel like they're going to struggle way too much. I don't love that defense. I feel like the Bears, I feel like they could probably win maybe 7, 8 games. I feel like they win the game against Green Bay. Is it in Green Bay or is it in Chicago?
I believe it is in. It's in Chicago.
It's in Chicago. Yeah, I got the Bears winning, but I just feel like both these teams are not going to be what everyone's hyping them up to be.
You know, I like that prediction. I like that a lot. I do. That's a ballsy prediction. 2 teams that people are kind of high on.
Yeah.
But we got to move on to Sunday Night Football, and it's got the Giants versus the Cowboys. Dude, like, come. It's.
Do you have any Tylenol?
Do I have any Tylenol?
I don't have a headache, but I will.
Oh, if I pick the Giants?
Oh,
Because I'm picking the Giants right now. I'm picking the Giants, and I believe the Giants are going to shock the world on Sunday Night Football. The Giants are going to win this game. No, I'm not saying that. We just did the Super Bowl predictions. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the Giants are going to beat the Dallas Cowboys on opening night. The Giants went into last year against the Titans when everyone thought the Giants were going to suck. Yeah, I know. But it was dude, nobody was betting on the Giants to win that game. I was. Call it a bias. Call it a bias if you want. Giants win this game. No, I'm not gonna give a score prediction. I can't do that. I can't give a. But the Giants will win this game. I think they're gonna shock the world. Dak Prescott sucks. Kayvon Thibodeau is gonna have a sack this game. Azeez Ojulari is gonna have a sack this game. Daniel Jones is gonna have his best career game against Dallas. I'm so excited for this game. And yeah, Giants win. Give me something, Emery. I know you're not high on the Cowboys this year.
I hate the Giants, but I agree with you.
Let's go, baby! Giants!
Giants are going to win this game. I love Brian Daboll, as much as I hate to say it. Jalen Hyatt? Is that his name?
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt.
I feel like the league is going to...
You switch your number to 13, you got to ball out. That's all I'm saying. You switch your number to 13, you got to ball out.
I feel like he's going to have more than people give credit for his rookie season. I don't believe in the Cowboys. I don't believe in Mike McCarthy. I feel like he's going to get fired after
Fraud.
I didn't like him when he was in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers won him that Super Bowl.
Fraud.
That's all I'm going to say.
Dak Prescott.
I feel like
Fraud.
It's going to be a close-ish game, but I feel like the Giants are going to win.
Thank you for that. That's a smart pick. I think a lot of smart people are on the Giants this week. There's a lot of smart people on the Giants. What makes me say that is because there's no better pick than an underdog pick that you're kind of like, oh, they could win that game. They could win that game. No, they're definitely underdogs. A lot. The majority is on the Cowboys. The majority is on the Cowboys because people want to say that Dak. Yeah, America's team. It's America's team. Dak Prescott definitely didn't lead the NFL in interceptions last year, even though he missed a lot of games, which it's not a good look, Cowboys fans. Dak Prescott is going to lead the league in interceptions again. And I do love CeeDee Lamb. I think he's a dog. Micah Parsons, a dog. They're going to both have a great season. And I just can't wait till Jalen Hyatt burns Trayvon Diggs for the touchdown that's going to seal the game. And that's a prediction right there. And if it happens, this clip will go viral. So, Jalen Hyatt, do not let me down. Burn this motherfucker. Giants win. Can't believe we've both agreed on that. That makes me feel so happy, man. Monday Night Football. This is a fun game. This might just be as fun as the Chargers-Dolphins game. Bills versus the New York Jets. The new look Jets. Have you watched any Hard Knocks? You've seen clips. You've seen clips. I've been on the Hard Knocks train. I've been watching Hard Knocks every Tuesday night, loving every second of it. And I've talked about how high I am on Garrett Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers has been my guy. I love Aaron Rodgers because he smokes so much weed and he does drugs and he just laughs at people. And I think it's so funny. I love his personality. I think he has a great sense of humor. But I'm picking the Bills to win this game. And I've been trashing on the Bills recently, but I think this is a game the Bills win. I believe the Jets are going to be incredible this year, but they're going to start a little shaky. A little shaky.
Bold take here.
Give it to me.
Is this game in Buffalo or New York?
I believe it is. It's in New York.
Okay.
I believe
Jets
so.
are going to win this game. And I picked Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Mm-hmm.
Jets are going to win this game, but I feel like Jets finish with an even.
Against the Bills?
No, in general. I feel like they finish
500?
500.
Really? So you don't think they're going to be really good? You just think they're going to finish 500?
I feel like they've got a really good team, but I feel like they also have an unproven head coach. It's like I feel like he can do a great job,
yeah.
But I feel like he's a little unproven. Aaron Rodgers is good. Really changed his whole mentality, which I don't know how I feel about that because Aaron Rodgers has always been the guy who doesn't care and has gotten away with it and done a great job. But he's changed that a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I like the Jets in this game, though. I feel like they're going to come out strong. I feel like it's going to be a good game. I feel like they win by a field goal.
Good pick. Good pick. So interesting. Not super high on the Jets. I kind of like that. Everyone's really high on the Jets right now, reasonably so. But it's really hard when you have a team that you're kind of just throwing everything to build them, kind of like the Rams when they won their Super Bowl and they got all these players. They started slow. Aaron Rodgers beat them in the regular season, and then what happens later that year? They're in the Super Bowl and they win. And yeah, this is a Bills win. I think the Jets will beat them later in the season.
See, and I feel like the Bills will beat them later in the season.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like
Okay, so you think it's going to be an even split on this?
Yeah, I don't feel like either team wins both games.
Okay, got you. No sweeps.
No sweeps.
That's good. That's good. So though that is the end of our NFL talking period. Let's talk about these games this past weekend because there were some great ones in the college football world. Let me tell you, I woke up Saturday morning and something spoke to me. Maybe it was a God up in the heavens, or maybe it was just Deion Sanders telepathically talking to me. Deion just whispered in my ear, "We're gonna beat the fuck out of TCU," and I felt it. And so at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, I put $10 for the Colorado Buffaloes to beat TCU. I took their points and them to win out. And I won $87 off the Buffaloes. So I'm riding the Buffaloes all year, baby. All year. What a performance by them. Shedeur Sanders shows up. He was at HBCU last year, and he torches the team that was in the national title game. You don't see that kind of stuff. You got a guy playing both ways, played every single snap, which it blows my mind that he was not remotely gassed. There wasn't a play on the field where he looked tired whatsoever. Kept going. And he dropped 2 touchdown passes. One of them was underthrown. The other one he should have had. If he would have caught that, he has the Heisman. He has the Heisman. Like what Coach Prime said. If he catches that ball, the Heisman's at his house waiting for him. And Colorado looked so great. TCU looked horrible. But they lost a lot.
I don't think they looked horrible.
I mean,
I don't think they were what they were last year.
Oh, absolutely.
But I agree with you in the sense, yes, this team got blown out by Georgia in the national championship, but they still made it to the national championship. They shocked Michigan. They were there.
Mm-hmm.
They were the number 2 team in the country, whether you liked it or not.
Yeah,
they played Ohio State. They were there. I know they lost Max Duggan and Johnson and all those guys, but the team was still there.
Yeah.
17th ranked. Colorado won one game last year. Dion comes in, brings recruits from a division like two school, right?
It's a
Three?
HBCU, so
Whatever.
I
So
don't
it's not
know
even
exactly
it's
what
not
it
even a
is, but
division.
yeah.
I mean, brings these guys in, and it's like they've been playing in college football for three. It's like their fourth year seniors.
Yeah.
Like this is their final season. And they got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
These kids are ridiculous. They're flawless. His son is
Both
flawless.
of them played great.
Oh my
Shiloh's
god,
on the team
both of
too.
them.
They both play great.
Flawless. What, he threw for 500 yards, 5 touchdowns,
Yeah.
like 80% completion, no interceptions. I mean,
Yeah.
just flawless coaching, everything about it. I love Buffalo. I don't think obviously they make the national championship or anything, but I feel like this is a top 10 team.
No, yeah. I think this win just set a tone for Colorado that I don't know anyone can silence. They, um, it's so hard to say that in one game, Shadur Sanders almost solidified himself as a NFL draft pick in one game.
Yeah.
I believe this game just proved. Oh yeah, he's going to be drafted the first round. I think he could play mediocre the rest of the season, which he's not. He's going to have more games just like this against other people that are ranked higher than TCU. But I'm so excited to watch this guy. I mean, people
Who do they play next week?
they play Matt Rule in Nebraska, which is another big game for them. That's another big game. Matt Rule was an NFL coach last year. It didn't work out, but he knows what he's doing. He led Baylor to some great years. Matt Rule is no slouch, and it's gonna be an exciting game. I think Colorado's gonna win that game. We're not supposed to say that yet, of course, because we're reviewing right now. But early pick. But yeah, Colorado shocked the world, and Shadur Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, Edwards, Travis Hunter, great game. Loved it from front to back. Do you want to talk about Florida at all? He's the resident Florida fan here.
It's a bad time to be a Florida Gator fan.
It's a bad time.
I'm going to the game where they play like I think it's like literally a Division II team.
Yeah.
This weekend, and I mean it's in the swamp. We'll probably beat the snot out of them, but I hate to say it, but it's not even a player problem. Ricky Parcell, 100 yards. Graham Mertz,
he did not play bad looking at the stat sheet. He did not play bad looking at the stat sheet.
I wouldn't even say the interception was really. I mean, he threw it a little close, but only one interception, one touchdown. It's not even him. How do we have two number threes?
Yeah, that's it.
On the field, one plays offense and one plays defense. That's why they wear three, but they're on different sides of the ball. How do you do that? You jump twice when we're on the 5-yard line. You miss a field goal. If we cut that down, we actually have a chance of beating a broken down Utah team.
Yeah.
I mean, first play of the game, we're letting up a freaking 70-yard touchdown pass
by the backup quarterback.
And he played a great game. I
played great.
He could, take over Cam Rising's job next year. But at the same time, Billy Napier, we have to have better play clock management. Your recruiting is great. I get it. Focus on coaching now too. You have to do both, or at least play well now.
Yeah,
you're going to lose your job if you don't win more than 3 games. You've lost your job.
Yeah, Napier is on the hot seat for sure. I mean, I was not high on him when they hired him. You're taking a Louisiana guy to coach the Gators. Yeah, that's real smart. It's real smart. But
he won a national championship with Bama. That's the wide receiver coach.
Yeah, okay. Cool. But
But I don't like him.
Yeah, this Florida team, it's gonna be a bad season. ETN's great, but yeah, this Florida team it's got some. If they don't figure things out, they got some dark years ahead of them. And the last thing you want to do is a carousel of hiring and firing coaches. So if Napier doesn't figure out this year, I think they do need to look for a new head coach. And if there's one that you think that's going to solidify it, you need to get it. I think a coach is the most important thing you can have for a football team. And yeah, 2 number 3s on the field. That's not just, it is Napier. That's not every single coach and player on that team. How you don't realize, hey, we got 2 number 3s out there. It blows my mind. It really does. It blows my mind. But yeah, enough of Florida.
LSU.
Yeah, let's talk about my guys.
He was not ready for that.
No. Brian Kelly is on my shit list right now, and
He was a joke at Notre Dame.
I got a Notre Dame flag above me. I'm an LSU fan, but I watch Notre Dame from the side.
He was a joke at LSU.
Listen,
he's got great players.
I'm not gonna act like this season is over. We lost to what I think is a very, very good Florida State team. I was very vocal about how good I thought Florida State was.
I think they're in the top 4 this year.
100%. They are that game playoffs. They're in the playoffs, especially after the club. Well, we don't even got to talk.
Isn't that Coleman? Is that the receiver?
Yeah, Keon Coleman, dog. Johnny Wilson.
Travis.
I'll say this: I was disappointed in Johnny Wilson's performance. Johnny Wilson is very high on NFL draft lists because this guy is an athletic freak. But you see, he had like 2 or 3 easy drops, which I hate to see. Why?
I hate the Seminoles more than anything. I hate them.
No, yeah, I don't. I like them. I'm going to school up there, but I'm an LSU fan first, and Jaden Daniels didn't play horrible. Malik Neighbors, I wanted to see more out of. Really, I'm disappointed in the interior offensive line, and I'm disappointed in Harold Perkins. I thought Perk was going to get in on FSU, but there was some. He was getting blocked, man, and I didn't enjoy seeing it. And yeah, I'm not going to act like the season's over. There's still a very good chance that we win the SEC, depending on how the other SEC teams look. It's not fun to start that season or the season that way, but I mean, there's only so much you could do. You're going against a great team, but yeah, LSU, you really hurt me this weekend in my bank account and in my heart, and I look forward for you guys making up for that in the future. And yeah, disappointing, very disappointing, very disappointing. Ohio State did not play incredible, but
No, they went down in the rankings.
they might have. They did not play.
They got knocked out of the top 4.
Yeah, they did not play well. Neither did Texas. Texas struggled against Rice. That's not good to see. But besides that, I don't think anybody had a worse week than the Clemson Tigers. The Clemson Tigers got their butts whooped last night by the Blue Devils, and Dabo knows it. I think Dabo is gone after this season. You think he quits? That would be a very Dabo thing to do. Won't get fired, but he quits on his own.
Then becomes the head coach of 40 years.
That I mean, sure, if you want him, if you want him, I think he's definitely he's definitely been carried by talent. I mean, you look at the guys that he's had. I mean,
he won a national championship.
he won 2 national championships. Yeah, but who was his quarterback? Both Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence, who are Trevor Lawrence beat Bama in the national championship.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Did he really?
Yeah, his freshman year.
No, he didn't.
Freshman year.
They only won 1.
The year before LSU won the national championship, Clemson won.
No, Alabama.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my God, let me pull this shit up, bro.
No, because Georgia beat. No, remember Georgia beat.
Or
Alabama beat Georgia.
Yep.
In the national championship.
Yep, and then the next year Clemson beat Bama.
No, the next year Alabama beat Clemson.
Nope. Watch this. I'm about to prove him wrong right now. 2018, Clemson, Alabama.
24-6.
What is this? This is January 1st. What year is this?
2018.
No, they won.
No, I don't think they did because it says 24-6.
National championship. 2017?
It
was our 8th grade year. 35-31.
Clemson beat.
Yeah. It was a lot bigger gap. They came back late. But yeah, Clemson was winning like 35. Yes, it was. My God, dude. Yes, it was. It was. Oh wait, this is Deshaun Watson. That's 2017. Wait, so wait.
Wait a minute, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Is it 2019?
Trevor Lawrence did not win a national championship.
I got the highlights right here, pal. Clemson roots Alabama in second college football playoffs national championship. No, he didn't win a Heisman. He won a national championship. It's okay, man.
I know nothing about football.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. But yeah, Clemson is they're fucked, to put it.
It's not looking good. I mean, Duke.
Let's go Duke. Can we get a Duke Colorado national championship? I say yes. I say yes. Who's saying no? Besides Florida State.
I feel like.
No, let's talk about how easy Florida State has it for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Clemson is now a non-threat. You're going to beat the crap out of them. This team has no confidence. Clemson might lose to every unranked opponent. Like, dude, how do you have confidence after that game? It blows my mind. But Florida State has a cakewalk to the college football playoffs now. They could be ranked high as two or three, depending on how other teams play. Dude, if Michigan or Ohio State or Georgia or Bama loses one game, dude, Florida State is really good. They're really good. They're really good, man. But they got a cakewalk to the national championship now, which is all you got to do is not lose, Jordan Travis. That's all you got to do. All you got to do, and you are.
I don't think it's a Jordan Travis thing. I think it'd be a Mike.
Why, if they start losing?
Yeah, they start losing.
Dude, Mike Norvell called a great game.
Oh, he did.
Called a great game.
Travis, Mike Norvell was no one, so.
I mean, that's partially true, but he did. That was his quarterback. He did recruit him.
He did a good job.
He did recruit him. I mean, they got kids back there. They got kids. Not really.
Maybe.
Only big games next week are really Colorado, Nebraska, which I think and Texas, Alabama.
Did you see the thing about the
about what?
So last year they were in Texas, and Texas, you know how you bring your band to the game. So last year Texas said the Alabama band could come, but they got them a seat in the nose.
Oh yeah, I do remember this.
So this year they're playing at Bryant Deli. Is Bryant Deli right?
Bryant, I don't know what
Deli, whatever.
I don't know what the stadium's called.
That's the freaking Forest High School stadium.
Yeah, you're thinking of
no, but it's called like Bryant something.
Bryant Stadium?
Wherever the heck.
Alabama Stadium.
Alabama plays in their stupid stadium.
Tuscaloosa.
They returned the favor to the Texas band, and they gave them the highest possible. I think they put them all on the back row. They didn't even
Let's
give them,
go. Let's go. I love that. Way to clap back, Alabama. Yeah, I think Alabama wins that game.
Yeah, I feel like they clap.
Yeah, you struggle against Rice. You show some weakness. Sorry, man.
Huge Quentin Ewers guy.
Want to hear this take? Texas will not win against an SEC school until Arch Manning is their starting quarterback. And that they'll be in the SEC next year. Oh, next year. I don't think they put him on the field yet. Dude, he's too. You don't want to give anyone anything. Like maybe you want to give dip his toes in the water a little bit, but
like last game of the season or something.
Maybe.
Or if you were just doing real bad, they put him in a few snaps. But
yeah, maybe. Nah, maybe. I don't want them to show Arch off. I think Arch is going to do incredible things in college. But Quinn Ewers, unless Quinn Ewers steps out there and balls out and looks like the prospect that he's supposed to be, Alabama's going to just mop the floor with Alabama. I mean with Texas. I think Milroe just looks like an athletic freak. I don't care if he can't throw the ball that well. Like he's just going to run all over them. They still got 5-star wide receivers, and I think their depth chart just has to be straight 5-star wide receiver.
Yeah, I agree. Saban does a great job recruiting and coaching. One of the greatest college football coaches of all time, as much as I hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it just is what it is.
Yeah, Texas, you could have a good run on it, but I don't think it's going to end well for you guys. That's really all going on in college football next week.
Not a ton of good games. So.
No, not a ton. I mean, we could talk a little baseball. I mean,
baseball?
Brandon Nimmo hit 2 home runs tonight against the Washington Nationals. Let's go, Nims. No, let's both talk about our teams.
My team is saving a lot of money this year.
You're saving a lot of money. Steven Strasburg retired. You're just gonna have to pay him a little bit, but
that's better than your team.
Is it? My owner doesn't believe in money per se, or doesn't care for it.
We all run out of it eventually.
Yeah, but he has like 15 billion of it.
Pete Alonso might be gone.
Okay, no. Let's address this. Let's address this right now. Pete Alonso is not going anywhere, man. He's going nowhere. You know the Mets players had a meeting with Steve Cohen about this? Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's not. You want to know? I want to know when Pete Alonso turned into everyone's least favorite MLB player. When did that happen?
I don't think he's a bad player at all. I like him a lot.
Everyone hates him.
He was a Florida Gator.
Everyone hates him.
I like Pete Alonso. I don't like the Mets. I like Pete Alonso. I think he plays the game well. He's that just chubby white guy that hits a lot of home runs.
Hits tanks.
He's good at baseball.
Bombs.
Good at baseball.
He's very good at baseball. People just get mad at him because he says a couple dumb stuff sometimes. Listen, when all you do is hit home runs with a giant club, it's kind of hard to have all the proper brain cells. So he's gonna do a couple dumb things. So what? He threw the first guy's hit the ball that he got his first hit with. So what? He threw it in the stands. He apologized. He gave him a bottle of what, whiskey? He gave him whiskey. He gave him a whiskey bottle and a signed bat. Pete Alonso's a good guy. It's a great name. Mets trade deadline. He traded away. Has a team ever traded away Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander and Tommy Pham and David Robertson and Mark Hanna? Yeah, but we actually got someone from him. That's the impressive part. This is what people don't understand. The moves the Mets made this trade deadline made us from sucking for the next 3 years to only sucking this year. We're gonna be competitive next year. We're gonna be competitive next year. What's gonna have us? What's gonna stop?
I say you got 2 years until you're competitive. I don't think.
No.
I think the Braves keep this up for another probably 2 or 3 years, but I feel like they're gonna fall off real hard. I feel like Matt Olson's gonna fall off after about 2 or 3 years.
I think Matt Olson's gonna suck next year.
I feel like Acuna will do well. I feel like Harris will do well. I feel like Riley will get traded somewhere. I feel like Ozzie, he's getting old. I feel like the pitching will not be as good. I feel like Strider will be fine, but everybody else not too well. I like where my Nationals are going to sit in 3 years, and you can't deny it.
I'll say this right now.
Dylan Cruz.
3 years, 3 years time, in 3 years time is going to be. Right now, it's kind of Atlanta versus Philly. Yeah. It's going to be us two against each other in the next couple of years. I think. And what I love what the Mets did is because they took what was wrong about the Mets is that they had a lot of old players that weren't playing good and they were hurt. So they got rid of. They weren't playing well together. They weren't playing well together at all. So you trade away the old guys. You get rid of Scherzer. You get rid of Verlander, and you get back Drew Gilbert and Luis Acuna Jr.
I gotta say, I like the Drew Gilbert kid.
Drew Gilbert is going to be my favorite baseball player of all time when he comes up to the Mets. He has everything that I love. He's got the swag. He does pimp jobs. He's got the fucking flowy hair. Dude.
He's gonna be the kid.
Left-handed, beautiful swing. I love him.
20 bases, he's gonna have 25 home runs and bat 280.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Drew Gilbert. The other kid, Clifford, has been hitting better than Drew Gilbert in the minors. I think that might be the best move we made.
I agree.
And the kids from the David Robertson trade, those kids are Vargas and the other guy that they got are Vargas is going to be a top 10 MLB prospect, and the other kid is probably just going to be a serviceable MLB player. But the way that they transformed their farm system to being not so good, you got a couple people coming up now, but you don't have a couple guys coming up in the next 2-3 years, and they completely changed that in an instant. And the beautiful thing about this is that money doesn't matter to the Mets. So they're basically trading away these old players and paying money for young prospects. Steve Cohen has changed the way that baseball works. He's changed the way that free agency works. There's a tax named after Steve Cohen. And now we have people. Now he's trading away older players and paying the team for their younger players. You don't. This is stuff that nobody's done before, and it's going to change the way that baseball's played. It's great for baseball. Whether you like it or not, the Mets are good for baseball. Steve Cohen is great for baseball. And
Let me take on my Nationals.
all right, you can talk about your Nationals. You talk about. I want to put it out that the Mets are not completely fucking doomed.
I agree. And from a DC team, doesn't have time left. Mike Rizzo.
Yeah.
Did a great job. We lose Bryce Harper 2018.
Yep.
We are completely screwed.
Yep.
We did not have a good last year with him. We're thinking about trading away players. Start the season 19-31, 2019.
Yep, and you have one of the greatest comeback seasons of all time.
Win the World Series
Yeah.
against the cheater Astros, and we know they're cheating, and we still beat them anyway.
Yeah.
Greatest MLB season ever. Whether you win
Dude,
ever,
I'll give you all that. I'll give you all that.
It's inspirational.
I believe that Nationals team. You can't replace something like that.
And what we are building right now is so special because we have 2 of the top 10 prospects that could be ready to go.
So you guys have Hassel. You guys have
No, not even Hassel. Hassel's not doing.
I know. I'm just going through the outfield. Your potential outfield is what I love. You have Hassel. Who's the other kid? Elijah.
So we have 4 dudes.
James Wood
that are going to be in this outfield DH thing.
Yeah.
James Wood, probably a DH, most likely.
Yeah, he has more pop than the other guys.
6'7", 260 pound,
Yeah.
Judge type field.
Yeah.
Dude has like 30 home runs in
Yeah.
right now. Robert Hassel, who's struggling a bit, has had really good previous seasons. I feel like I'm not going to give up on him.
No, yeah, absolutely. I think he's absolutely going to do great.
Dude has like 40 stolen bases.
Elijah Green's going to be nuts.
He's struggling a bit. I'm not going to lie as well.
I don't care.
I feel like he's going to get a hold of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dylan Cruz
is my fucking man.
LSU,
I fucking love that guy.
Killed Florida in the freaking baseball championship, even though we killed him in the second game. He killed us that last game.
Yep.
He's going to be Bryce Harper type hype that we had in DC. What we need there.
Dylan Cruz, if the Nationals are smart, they give Dylan Cruz a 20-year contract right now. You give it to him right now.
And the thing is he wanted to play for DC, which I love, because he literally said to the Pirates, he's like, I'm not going to sign unless I get at least $10 million signing with you guys, and then the Nationals sign him for like $8 million.
Yeah.
Which I love.
The Nationals they do great at developing players. I love the way that Abrams has developed.
Abrams is going to be our shortstop for a long time.
I love Abrams. You turn players like Joey Meneses into
what's his name?
Ruiz. Kyber Ruiz. He's doing better.
He's got like 19 home runs.
Exactly, he's doing better. He was struggling bad.
He was. And then we've got Brady House coming up. He's a top 50 MLB prospect. He'll be great at third base.
You got Mackenzie Gore. You got Josiah Gray.
Once they figure it out, they're figuring it out a little bit. Josiah Gray had a great first half. All-star, pitched in the All-Star game. Struck out 2 batters. No hits.
It's great for the Nationals.
Great player. Mackenzie Gore figuring out the second half. You know, he's got a sub-3 ERA in the second half. He's got like
That's
a
great.
ERA.
That's great.
He's doing great. Might strike out 200 batters this year.
You'd love to see that.
Bullpen is looking a lot better. Is it next year? Not sure of a ton of pitching prospects that are coming up, but I don't think they'll be awful. And then we've got that Morales kid from Miami that we drafted in the second round. He's not bad either. I can see him being a good second baseman option for us as well.
Yeah, a lot of great points. The Nationals are going to be very good in the next coming year, and I can't wait till we do these little back and forths. And I would love to watch that. Hold on, we got. You know what makes me depressed, man?
What?
The fact that Cody Bellinger and Christian Yelich are good again.
Dude,
you want to know why it makes me so depressed?
We're living in the prime MLB era again.
Dude, you want to know why it makes me so depressed? Because the last time when we were watching these guys, do you remember sitting at my house watching these home run races, watching the commercial Bellinger versus Yelich for the MVP?
And I always liked Yelich a little bit more.
Oh, I always did. Yelich was my guy. I loved Yelich. I love Yelich.
Still is one of my top 5 MLB players.
Personality-wise, he's a sweetheart.
Always got a smile.
And
I love Bellinger on the Cubs.
Yeah, and Bellinger, they're both playing great. And what makes it so depressing for me is because we went from watching these guys in 8th grade having absolutely no responsibilities whatsoever. Yeah. We're in 8th grade. We're going into high school. We're just excited to be teenage boys. Hormones, Yes, and now we're here again, and they're good again, and
now we're adults.
And
we do our own laundry.
Yeah, and
we pay car insurance.
Yeah, we both just fucking hate our lives now, and.
I mean, I'm happy with my life.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke, but it's in hindsight, we went from watching these guys when we're basically children, and now we are adults working, paying taxes.
And those guys are still those same fellas.
It makes me happy, but it makes me depressed at the same time.
Personally, I wasn't a huge. I hate the Dodgers. I hate the Dodgers. Can't stand them.
Yeah, me too.
I hate the
Me too.
dynasty they have going. They just can't be bad.
I hate the Padres more though. Fuck you, Padres. Still pissed about last year.
I love Juan Soto. Sorry, once a national, always a national.
Fuck that guy. Anyway,
phenom, love him to death. Padres will never be good. They will never win a World Series ever.
I hope so. I really hope that.
But I hate the Dodgers more. And I hated Cody Bellinger. He was a great player on the Dodgers, but I hated him on the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
I love him on the Cubs. I love what he's doing for the Cubs. Cubs are going to make the playoffs. Yeah, I love it. And I love what Christian Yelich is doing. Doesn't have that exact same power, but he's back. He's
back. He's hitting for the average. He has the OPS up. He's stealing bases again.
25 stolen bases. He'll probably finish the season like 22 home runs, something like that.
Yeah. Do you have a pick for who you think is going to be in the World Series yet?
World Series? Yeah, I got Braves, and I got I want to. Everything inside me wants to pick the Mariners for the AL.
Whoa!
But I just because they're really hot right now, and I feel like they will make the playoffs. I just don't feel like this is it. I don't feel like this is it. I feel like the Orioles too. I feel like they're a team. They're going to make ALCS. I feel like they're going to be really good. I feel like Gunnar Henderson might be a better player than Jackson Holiday. Coming up.
Well, I mean, Holiday is. Do you mean the fact that Holiday's already in AAA is fucking ridiculous?
Like 18, right?
Yeah,
18, something like that?
Fucking ridiculous that he's already in AAA.
And I feel like the Orioles still have a very bright future. Their farm system's still incredible.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, I have. The Rangers. I feel like the Rangers.
This guy just doesn't. Dude, they are losing so bad right now. They are losing so bad right now. This guy has a hard on for the Rangers. He's been in love with the Rangers since.
Team. Since Adrian Beltre. I love Adrian Beltre. Another one of my top 5.
I love Adrian Beltre, but dude, this Rangers team is falling apart.
I feel like they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna get it together. I like Corey Seager a lot. I didn't like him on the Dodgers again. I love him on the Texans.
Not the Texans, Rangers.
What am I saying? Oh my gosh. I love Marcus Semien. He's been one of my favorite players. Another one of my top 5.
Favorite players.
And I feel like they're really going to figure it out. Now, if Valdi's back, he's going to pitch a little bit longer innings. I feel like Scherzer, once a national, always a national. He'll do great. I feel like these guys are going to figure it out, and I feel like they're going to win some games. I don't know if they're going to win the division, but I feel like they're going to figure it out, and they're going to make the World Series. But I don't have them winning against
Atlanta. Yeah. I'm thinking about this right now. I do have Atlanta. I have Atlanta winning the pennant, and in the NL, they're going to go to the World Series. They're so good.
They're too good.
I made a video back months ago. I was calling them the best. This might be the best offensive baseball team I've ever seen in my life.
Ozuna, who literally
I hate that fucking guy. I hate that fucking
beats
guy.
His wife twice and hits 30 home runs in a season.
Yeah,
Albies, he's got 100 RBIs. Riley, he's got 30 home runs, 100 RBIs.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that.
Madison, he's crushing baseballs.
Yeah,
what a swap! Imagine getting rid of Freddie Freeman, your face of a franchise for the past 10 years.
It pisses me
and
off.
Swapping that out with a player that is just probably equally as good.
Yeah, it definitely pisses me off.
Ronald Acuna having one of the best seasons in MLB history. It's incredible. Strider, he'll strike out 330 guys. Randy Johnson type crap.
Yeah.
Max Fried is incredible. He was hurt. He's back. Bryce Elder learned how to throw a baseball. Woke up and was like, I'm going to be good at baseball now.
Yeah.
He's having a decent season. Bullpen's great.
I'm going to pick. So, Atlanta for the NL. I'm going to pick the Orioles. I'm going to have the Orioles win the World Series.
Whoa. They're a young team.
Go Birds. That's what I love.
No pitching.
I don't care.
Really?
I don't care. First of all, they do have pitching. Have you seen Grayson Rodriguez's numbers since coming up?
Yeah, he's done a great job.
Dude, he has been an incredible start.
Bautista's hurt.
Bautista is hurt, but dude, we've seen teams like the Orioles don't have pitching like the Nationals did when they went on that crazy run.
Yeah.
But you got a team and you got the bats. Playoffs is all about the bats lighting up. It's all about the bats, dude. It's all about the bats. Whoever scores more runs wins the game.
Whoever pitches better. and doesn't let up.
But they got
runs
players that
in
can
games.
pitch. I mean, you saw what they did to the guy that got from the Athletics, Yoshida. He went from being the worst pitcher in baseball to being a very good reliever, and I believe he starts games for them now.
Yeah.
This Baltimore pitching staff, they're not incredible, but they know how to pitch the baseball.
I love it. Kyle Gibson has like a 5 ERA, but
Dude.
he like leads the MLB in wins.
Dude, exactly. This Orioles team knows how to win for their starters, and that's what excites me.
I saw a stat today. Past 86 series, I think even going back to last year, they haven't been swept by a team.
Yeah, 84 consecutive series.
Consecutive series, or 86 or something.
They have learned to win.
That's crazy.
And they're playing great baseball right now.
I'm all for teams who haven't known for being good, for having good seasons. I love that. Whether it's like the A's, they had a little stint a few years ago. They've never been a great team. I hate it when I love that the Yankees are bad right now.
Me too.
I feel like that's great.
Fuck the Yankees.
Yeah.
Jason Dominguez, I hate that you're playing well right now. It's really cool though. Jason Dominguez, the fact that he comes up and hits a home run. He's gonna be a great player. He's called the fucking Martian.
I feel like the Yankees will be good next year, but I love how they're having a bad year. I can't wait until the Dodgers have a bad year coming up because they haven't had a season. They haven't had a season where they've won less than 90 games in almost 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen though.
I know.
I think the Dodgers are just too. I thought that if it was gonna be a year away, I think it was gonna be this year.
Even the Braves, they had that little stint where from
2012
to 2017 where they lost a bunch of games, didn't win many games. But now I don't see them.
I just think the Dodgers are one of the best run organizations in baseball, and
the oldest.
Dave Roberts just knows what he's doing, but
can't win a World Series.
Exactly. Mickey Mouse World Series. Dodgers don't have a World Series past decade. Can't change my mind. Yeah. It was rigged. Both LA teams win in the bubble. Really? Really?
Liberals say, let's shut down the world and have our fancy sports teams win.
Exactly. Some people call it conspiracy theory. I call it the truth.
Gavin Newsom.
But I believe that is all we have to cover, man.
That's it.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Week 1.
We've been doing this for 2 hours now.
Yeah, we did. And I enjoyed every fucking second of it.
Yeah, feels like we've just been talking for 5 minutes.
Exactly. We'll be back next week with some more NFL picks. Subscribe, comment, like, do whatever the hell you want. I really don't care because that's how much I love doing this shit.
Goodbye, buddy.
Goodbye. We'll see you next week.